People lack self-respect. Now, I know that's a huge statement, right? It's like I just invented the wheel. But as we get further along into the internet, I feel like this becomes more and more prominent. There's this popular trend on TikTok right now. I'm sure you may have seen it if you're on that app. Where people are just showing that they're giving someone so much attention and they're receiving very little attention back, and they keep going for that person. Now, I get relationships have a lot of nuance, but there has to be a point where you just realize you have to cut your losses and move on. You can't just keep hoping that this person's going to eventually connect with you. And it's even worse if they take pity in you and go out with you just because they feel bad. You're just making things worse, waiting on a dream that'll never come true. And this is one of the parts where you just lack respect. You lack self-respect, because any self-respecting person, if you're giving someone a lot of time and effort and they're not reciprocating, why would you continue to message them? I mean, I do understand, right? Especially if she's like a 9 or a 10 and you're not used to handling that. You're not used to that kind of attention or that kind of shot. Or maybe you don't get that much female interaction at all, or male interaction if you're a woman, and you feel like this is like the only opportunity that you have, and if you lose her, well, it's over for you or him. This is a mostly male issue interacting with women, but it also does happen with women interacting with men. Like, it's not just exclusively a male issue. And I also understand that you might like this person a lot, and hell, you might even love them. Maybe it's someone that you're friends with for a while and eventually you confess your feelings, and then she just gets dry and you're over here hoping that she'll eventually change her mind, or he'll eventually change his mind. But when love is involved, most people don't act rationally. And I think that's where self-respect and accountability really come into place here, is that it sucks when someone doesn't reciprocate and you really like this person, but there's ultimately nothing you could do about it. You can make yourself look more like an ass, and you could separate yourself even further from that person, and maybe that is what you want. You want them to have nothing to do with you, but I doubt it, because you're trying to get with this person. And accountability is hard, especially when the feelings are tough, but you have to hold yourself accountable. You're like, all right, you know what? I'm not going to be treated like this anymore. I'm going to cut this off, because it is going to affect your other interactions you have with people you want to be in relationships with, and it's going to hurt it. You're not going to have this confidence built up. You're going to have the opposite. You're like, well, everybody hates me. I couldn't get this last girl, so what makes me think I could get this one? I'm such a chud. She's going to think I'm such a loser. You're going in with this version of yourself that maybe it is true, but it's confidence is what separates people. That's who people want to go on dates with, is people that are confident, people that know who they are and that value their time. If you're giving her all this time, if you're giving him all this time, it shows that your time isn't very valuable and you probably don't have any other option. You're basically putting yourself in the clearance bin. Like, people probably would have wanted you, but now you're in the clearance bin, and when you're in that section, people automatically look down on you, and they have to lower their standards in a lot of cases in order to just get that item, to give you a shot. While the other person that's acting, I don't want to say more cold, but like not giving them their full attention, like they have other stuff going on in their lives and they don't occupy the entirety of their lives, where like, okay, this person has something interesting going on, I want to see them. They probably have a lot of options. I want to compete for that. If you don't respect yourself, you don't respect your time, how can you expect anybody else to respect you? And you know, this isn't even just dating. This is like a lot of aspects in life too, like at work. If you just assume you can't do something and you get walked over all the time, you're never going to make anything of yourself. If you have a boss that's just constantly harassing you and all your coworkers are just constantly making fun of you and you never do anything and you never stand up, that's just going to keep happening and keep making things worse. I'm not saying be a little bitch and start complaining about everything and start going to HR because someone made a slight joke at you, but like when it's constant harassment, when it's constantly people just looking down at you, you have to do something. Because no one wants to work in that environment. Nobody wants to live that type of life. But self-respect is hard, because it's hard standing up for yourself in a lot of situations. But when you do stand up for yourself, people will respect you more. And you'll start building confidence in yourself, which is very important for all aspects of life. Because when you don't respect yourself, you get pretty depressed. And when you get depressed, you do things that are pretty stupid, like putting yourself in the debt, overeating, finding some kind of coping mechanism that probably isn't healthy for you. And it's just this constant snowball effect that only gets worse as you let the problem continue, but it's hard to fix the problem in the first place. So it's like this hard juggling act that you just have to take slowly and just do it, because no one else is going to do it for you. It doesn't mean become a complete narcissist and just start being like, I'm the best at everything, nobody else can even touch me at what I do. Like, that's different, right? There's layers to this. It's about balancing things out, especially when you're at like a restaurant and they completely get your order wrong. It's like, well, I got this, but I really ordered that. It's like, no, in that situation, send that stuff back and get what you actually ordered. And if they give you attitude or anything, then yes, speak to the manager. Like, that is a necessary part. But if they give you, like, fries instead of broccoli, you don't just go up to them and say, I want to speak to the manager right away. No, you just, like, ask the server and they'll switch it out for you. Don't just escalate things immediately. And you can't be scared of looking like a Karen. I mean, don't be overly entitled, but if you're not getting what you asked for, then say something. Don't just accept it. I mean, you see this so much. I'm sure you even probably experience this where, like, you'll go order something through fast food, you come home, and it's missing something. I don't care if it's like a $1 taco, like, call and make sure you get something refunded, that you make sure you get something in compensation for it. Because that is something that you bought and that you do not have, and you don't have the ability to go and get it. I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling now. But point is, have more respect in yourself, value your time, and value your wants and your needs. Don't just let people walk over you. Stand up for yourself, and you'll start seeing confidence build up, and you'll probably start being happier. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you check out my other channel, my main channel, No Mither, and I will see you guys in the next one.